UK garage is a genre that was super popular in England from like the late 90s to the early 2000s. It had its big boom, then it went quiet. But every now and again, I see it pop up and it looks like it's gonna make another comeback. Usually I make hip hop beats like trap and drill, but today I'm gonna be making UK garage from scratch. Let's get into it. So this isn't actually my first time making UK garage. I have tried it in a few other videos before, but it's been such a long time since I've actually sat down and tried to make these kind of beats. So I'm gonna speak to a professional, get some tips before we jump straight into it. What is garage? To someone who's never heard of garage music before, how would you describe it?
The best way I can describe garage is a subgenre of house.
This is K Warren, UK garage legend, known for his hit songs like Coming Home and Something in Your Eyes.
What happened was a certain style of house in New York was being played in a club called the Paradise Garage, and they had a certain soulful swinging type of, it was still 4/4, but they had a soulful sort of swinging, and then it got named garage because of the club. The best way I can describe garage is like soulful house with it kind of got a swing kind of groove to it.
Okay, so if there's like 3 tracks that you would recommend to listen to get like a good feeling for garage, or like 3 pioneers, what would you suggest?
Oh, that's really hard because there's like a gazillion garage tracks. And so let's say DJ like MC Neat. With a little bit of luck, can make it through the night. And then I'll say my brand new moniker, The Boy Is Mine. I'd like to recommend them to Destiny because that's one of the early 2-step.
All right, I'm feeling super confident, super good. I can make a vibe. I'm not gonna lie, for me, UK garage is like really nostalgic and is hands down one of my favorite genres. Low key, I kind of wish that UK garage was like up here again. I remember being like 5, 6 years old, riding in the car with my dad, listening to garage, and I have a lot of memories with this music. So yeah, I'm super excited. Let's get into it. And I'm actually gonna start with the drums today. We're gonna work backwards. And let's copy and paste that over. And then just in between as well, we can have one here. Let's add in a kick. And then just to spice this up even more, I want to add in this second snare. So the drums are sounding nice and skippy so far. Now let's add some hats in this as well. Alright, I was a bit out of time for some of it, but what I want to try and do is keep it as natural as possible. Try and keep the hi-hats really swung, because it's that what kind of gives it that feeling, that rhythm. You don't want it too much on grid, because then it just sounds too robotic. So some of them might be a bit too swung, so I'm just going to fix that up, but some just keep them slightly off. I also got this hi-hat right here, and I'm just going to put this one just slightly off as well. And then let's just cut that and repeat it over. I found this really cool hi-hat loop. I think some parts of my beat, I'm definitely gonna keep that because it just makes everything sound full. But then some parts, I'm gonna take it out and just have my hi-hats. So it's a bit more basic. Just different varieties as we go through the beat. The drums are sounding nice. I can't wait to add a bass, but before we do the bass, let's add the melody on top. And for the melody, I want to sample something, so I'm going to hit track lib. If you're not familiar with track lib, I use this a lot when I want to sample original music. It has tons and tons of samples, over 100,000. Honestly, it's like the modern day crate digging. Back in the day, they used to go to record shops and dig for vinyls and stuff like that, but it's all digital. It's all right here at my fingertips. So I'm thinking today I want to go for something, I think that kind of melody would go with the drums. And even though there is so much to choose from, they're all sorted in collections and genres like that, so it's easy to find. So I'm in the themed collections right now, and I want to find the ambient vibes. So now it's easy as just playing and previewing the tracks. And to get an idea of like what kind of flip you want to do as well, we can set a loop and then also set it to a beat. So let's choose early house. And then we can also change the pitch as well. This one I kind of liked. There was that little section right in the beginning where it's like a transition. I might have to come back to that, so I'm just gonna save that for later. I've found this loop right here. I really love the chords. That's gonna fit. So I'm gonna download this one and chop it up. So I'm gonna leave a link in the description where you can go ahead and get started with TrackLib today. You're gonna get a 3-day free trial and you're gonna get 15 free credits. So you can go ahead and start downloading some samples, chop them to your heart's desire and flip it into something that sounds sick. Let's get back to it. Such a groovy sample. Let's speed it up to original tempo of 130. And the way how I'm hearing it, I don't want to actually have the whole, like that whole melody in there. I just want bits of it. Then let's just repeat these over as well. I'm going to take out some of the lows, but also just because it's so sudden, the way I'm hearing it as well is like dun 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 dun, like it kind of drifts off. So let's echo it a little bit. And I'm just going to layer it with this mallet sound here. So now it's just a little bit more thick. Alright, let's bounce this in place and turn it into an audio file. Just hear how it sounds when the chords are reversed. I'm feeling that. And I got this cool bass sound. It's like the classic garage bass. Boom, 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 boom. Just so the bass and the kick fits a little bit better, what I'm gonna do is sidechain the bass to the kick. And then it also gives it like again, like a swelly kind of motion as well. So at the moment, I would say I've got section A, which is going to be one part of the track. And then I want to turn it into like a section B. So this is like the chill bit, everything's vibey, everyone's vibing. And then section B is like when it goes off and there's just energy. So first of all, let's just move the drums over to this side. And then I'm also going to just find like a really heavy bass line. What I'm looking for is like a bass that kind of carries this section. Ooh, I kind of like this one. And also for this bit, just so we can differentiate one part from another and make it sound a little bit different, I think it just needs like something else in the drums. And I'm just gonna make it shorter. I finished up the track, I've added in a few more bits, like a sweep and this chime section. I think what would sound really, really cool though is getting some vocals on this and maybe even doing some of those classic garage vocal starters like that, all that kind of stuff. So I'm gonna send this to a vocalist, they're gonna do their thing. And then by the end of the video, I'm gonna add the vocals in and turn this into like a full track. But one more thing I wanna add in this transition is just like a synth line. And then in that automation, first of all, we'll cut it as soon as that finishes. Fire, let's make the next beat. For this next one, I want to use a sample again, but I want to go for a different vibe, maybe something that sounds like a bit more old school kind of vibes. So let's go to TrackLib again. And I want to find something that is like a Rhodes piano. So let's type in Rhodes, see what pops up. I'm gonna take that one. And then there's some parts that it kind of overlaps, so I'm just gonna make some of the notes a little bit shorter. just cut here, repeat that over as the main melody. And I'm just gonna bounce this in place into an audio file. And then this chord right here, I'm actually just gonna repeat it twice. I think some more keys with the Rhodes would sound really, really cool. That's sounding really cool so far. Let's add in a bass. Jeez. Sounding sick so far. I think we need some vocal chops on top of this. I've got Arcade pulled up. I just want to find like a nice chop. That sounds kind of cool. And it just phases like in and out. I probably won't leave it throughout the whole thing though, because it'll probably get a little bit boring. So I've just chopped the audio files and I'm just going to find places to stick it in. So I ended up chopping it up quite a bit. This is what we got now. Let's just fade it in and out a bit more. We can even pan that one to the right a little bit. I think that's a good foundation for the melody. Let's go ahead and put some drums on top of this now. And I got this filler snare. It's gonna be like more on the offbeat. I don't even think I'm going to quantize it. I kind of like how it's completely off grid because that's what really gives these beats that swing. It's all about adding in like these little fillers as well, just these random snares and perks. We've got the main kit laid down and I'm going to throw in some more filler notes that has a lower velocity. First of all, I'm just going to layer the hats. A basic beat like that, and then now I'll add in like the fillers and stuff and start swinging. Now it's feeling like a garage beat. That's the foundations for the drums. I do want to add in maybe like a tambourine or a ride or something more just to beef this up a little bit. Maybe for some shakers would go really nice on this. I'm going to have one that's like a higher velocity and then the second one that's lower. And just repeat that throughout. The shakers are a little bit slow, so let's just speed it up. I've just finished up the track. I think this one sounds really cool. It's got that old school kind of feeling to it. I structured it out a little bit, put an intro. This is what we got now. So we start with like some filtered drums, then we get into it. Vibey, mellow and chill. Feeling this one. This one's a vibe. The vocals just came in for the last track. I've got my guy Sebastian on them. I've put it all together. It sounds sick now. Check this out. So we decided to pitch the track up just a little bit. My favourite bit's about to come up when the drop comes in.
Show me what you need, girl. 'Cause I'ma give it all to you, baby. Baby, are you ready? Let's just slide tonight. Let's get a little bit crazy. I'm feeling baby. You know what
Crazy.
I'm feeling baby. Just come and take me. I'm on your body moving. Just keep it going.
That's the energy right there. I like that. For someone who doesn't make garage music too much, I think I nailed it. I think I did a good job. If you like the video, make sure you give it a thumbs up. And also check out this playlist right here where I try out other genres like amapiano. I've done jungle. I've done Brazilian funk. Go check it out.